What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Oh, I'm so mad right now. Hello, everyone. Before I get into the anger, I would actually just like to make a quick statement thanking the 26 new followers that we got on TikTok. Oh, man. So good. They actually hit the button. surprised. I'm very shocked. So good shout out.
Without holding a gun to their head.
I didn't even have to do that. Yeah, we didn't have to get out a gun. We didn't have to fucking threaten any kind of death penalties. Nothing.
It wasn't threatening. It was influencing or suggesting aggressively. Aggressive coercion. That's yeah.
So that's good. So if you want to become what?
I do have stuff for the
okay, good.
BFN
Yes,
podcast,
the BFN
right?
show. Yeah, this is the BFN show, episode number 22.
Wait, where am I? No, I'm just kidding.
So yes. So if you want to be one of the newest subscribers on any of the social medias, go to Game Rage Magazine, TikTok, Instagram, Game Rage Mag on Twitter. All right, that's enough of that. So I'm so fucking mad right now.
Without further ado,
I just would like to say, so today I was supposed to get the old snippity snip, right?
giving your balls a tug.
Getting my balls.
Well, not exactly, but
my ball lines getting a tug.
Gooch -1, dude.
Yeah, minus color probably too, even.
Yeah.
So I was ready to do this today, and yesterday, I don't know how, I don't know why, but for some fucking reason, instead of calling my cell phone number, right, which is the only number I've ever given them, this place, it's outside of my normal insurance because I didn't want to have to wait 6 to 8 business months in order to get this done. So they referred me out. So I fill out the forms and everything. I only put my cell phone number on there, and then I put Katie's number on there as like my emergency contact, right? Everything that I have through my insurance is my phone number, Katie's phone number. Some fucking reason, they called my parents yesterday, and they said, oh, hey, we're looking for Josh just to confirm his vasectomy appointment tomorrow at 3:30 p.m., right? Those are essentially the two people that I did not want to know that this was happening. Those are literally the only people that I just didn't want them to know. I didn't really think it was relevant. Because personally, partially, I just don't want to hear it. Because even though they know the situation with Katie and that we're not having any more kids, I do think that they're always just in the back like, well, there's a chance there can be a happy little accident. But have them knowing this now that it's final, it's permanent essentially, or it would have been, or it would be. That also then it brings questions. It brings, now I got to answer fucking things that I just shouldn't have to fucking answer. I shouldn't even have to have this conversation with them, right?
How did they even manage to get your phone?
I have your
parents' phone.
My belief is that I have my dad listed as one of my emergency contacts on my insurance thing back, from when I wasn't married, obviously. And the house number's on there, which is, the number that they called. And so I don't know how they got it, though, because when they called me, to schedule the appointment, they called me on my cell phone. This was before I had it. This was the first interaction. They called, left a message, said we wanted to schedule your appointment, blah, blah, blah. Cool, I do it. All other communication has been they have called my cell phone. But for some fucking reason, I don't know why or even how, like I said, they got the number, but they called my parents. So now I was already a little bit hesitant with these people after my first interaction with them because which I haven't talked about this yet on here, but I go in there and
They like tell you to pull down your pants. They're like, what the hell is that?
I mean, basically. No, so
what was the joke I said?
oh yeah, about the microscope. Like
Like he was telling me, oh no, we couldn't. He told me they couldn't go on. He didn't able to do it. And I asked him why. He goes, they couldn't do it. Oh, I said, why? Because they didn't have a microscope big enough for you.
yeah, they didn't have a microscope with enough magnification to be able to fucking see it. So
Which he was trying to say,
well,
that's not funny. But
no.
As he was laughing,
say it right. I said that joke's not relevant, but it is funny because it doesn't matter the size of your dick or your balls. They're not actually chopping there. They're going up the line further into your gooch. So dick and balls, as a matter of fact, a tiny microscopic dick and balls would make this process way easy for them. They probably hope that every day. So anyway, so they hit
the jackpot is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm the ideal candidate. So when I fucking go in there the first time, they kept telling me about how, I was gonna have to pay for this and pay for that. And I'm like, wait a minute. My insurance told me that this would be, for me, no different than if I had this done at a facility that's run by my insurance company, right? So I'm like, well, my copays are all zero because I have the best fucking insurance. So I was like, what do you mean I'm gonna have to pay $150 for this and then $150 for that? Oh, we don't bill insurance for that. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. That's not my problem. What do you mean? And so I called my insurance and they just said, oh yeah, if they try to tell you that, you can just submit the receipt and we'll reimburse you. And I'm like, oh, what, in 6 to 8 business months? Like you'll send me a check for $300 or whatever if I had to pay it out of pocket. I'm like, that's the whole reason.
Minus the processing and servicing fee.
Yeah, true. Minus this processing fee, the printer fee, the ink fee, I'm sure I'm going to get feed to death and I'll get $8 by the end of it. So I'm like, and then what's probably going to be fucked is they're probably are going to bill you for it. You're going to pay them. And then I'm also paying them. And then you're having to pay me. So this is why insurance is so fucking expensive. So anyway, so I was already a little skeeved out by that. And then literally it was this fucking lady who was not a doctor. Okay. Not a doctor. I don't even know if she was a nurse, to be honest with you. I think she might have been like a LVN or something, right?
That's still a nurse.
It's below a nurse. All right.
She was a gynecologist.
Maybe. And so anyways.
That's higher than a nurse. Though.
So yeah, that's true. So I was in there.
That's an actual
Yeah, gynecologist is an actual doctor. So I would have been okay with that.
I'm pretty sure a chiropractor is higher than a nurse.
She would have explained her dismay or horror at the sight of
seeing a penis.
Genitalia.
Well, no, I mean, if it looks basically just like an enlarged vagina, she should have known exactly what it is.
No, don't worry. The space between the balls and that's just a vagina. It's just an oversized clit.
Yeah, it's just an oversized clit. That's all. So
or undersized in this case.
Yeah, true. It's either an oversized clit or an undersized penis. That's so then she's basically just asked me like 3 questions. She's like, okay, cool, drop your pants. And I was like, all right. And I brought Katie with me so that, obviously if there was any shenanigans, she would have fucking pointed it out. And I looked at her when she said drop your pants and I'm like, should I? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm like, all right. So I do it. And then this lady just starts going all up in my foot. She's feeling my ball lines. And she's like, I'm like, what exactly is the point of this? Oh, well, I have to make sure that you don't have, some people have really small, well, what the fuck's the line? I forget what the name is for it, the technical term, but there's like the line that connects your balls to the dick. No, it's like in your ball sack. So it's like, it's in the back of your ball sack, or it's like, I guess it's kind of up in there maybe.
It's not the urethra.
No,
right?
It's not that.
Because that's for your pee.
Yeah, that's for your piss. It's like,
no, what's the current joke right now? That which ball? The one that holds pee or the one that holds
pee? That's fucking ridiculous, but hilarious.
So they both hold piss. Everybody does that.
So you're like Butters in fucking in the bathroom.
I hold my shirt's up, my pants are down, my shirt's up, and I'm just like looking around like, so I'm like, okay. So she's like, yeah, we just have to feel that, that we can feel them or whatever, that we like, they're not undersized. Cause then we have to get like a special tool. And I said, okay. And so she's just feeling around. She's like, oh yeah, you got some good sized lines right there. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm looking at Katie. I'm like, is this okay? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. Am I getting raped? Is this it? I'm not sure what's happening. So she's there and I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, oh yeah, the right one's really good. And she's like, usually the left ones are always really good, but let me just, oh yeah, the left one's definitely really good. And she kind of like, was cranking it off a little bit there. Like, and I'm like, is this supposed to feel good? Cause it doesn't. If that's what you're trying to do, this does not feel good at all. This hurts actually. Can you stop now? So then whatever, she stopped. That was it. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. So then, like I said, I was already a little skeeved out at this place to begin with. And then this happens where they call my parents with like, for some fucking reason. So then I'm mad, right? because my dad calls me and he's like, hey, this is what he exactly says to me. He says, hey, are you getting a vasectomy? That's literally what he told me. And I said, and so this, now my initial reaction's to lie. Okay. That's always whenever my dad asks me anything, my first immediate go-to is deny and throw counter accusations. So that's essentially what I did. I said, no, are you getting a fucking vasectomy? Like, what are you trying to tell me? And then he says, oh, well, this place called. And I said, what place? Oh, they called and wanted to confirm your appointment tomorrow for your vasectomy at 3:30 p.m. And I said, oh, that's news to me. And then he said, oh, so were you going to get a vasectomy? And I just, like I said, I didn't know what to do because I'm like, why the fuck would they call them? And I've always said, so I'm like, yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, I don't know why I couldn't just be like, yeah, I'm getting a fucking vasectomy, you asshole. Like, leave me alone. And so then for the rest of the day and into today, every time I've called him about something, oh, hey, this is a snippety snip headquarters, vasectomy line. How can I help you? The whole time. And then I just hear my mom in the background, just so disappointed, just going, like just so sad. And I'm like, listen, you already fucking knew that this was, but again, they didn't need to know about this. They didn't even need to know. That was my whole goal of not saying anything, was so they didn't have to know. So that they didn't have to go the rest of their lives knowing that they're for sure never going to have another grandchild. That's it. They didn't need to know. And now they fucking know. And this place pissed me off. So you know what I did? I called these assholes yesterday. And of course, my fucking number must be blocked now because they must have realized what happened. Because I called them and I said, hey, this is Josh. You guys called to confirm my appointment, but unfortunately, you called the wrong number and you called my parents for some reason.
Isn't that a HIPAA violation?
I'll get to that because I did a lot of research. I looked it up.
I was going to say, yeah, like 'cause they're disclosing confidential information.
Because of what they said.
Sure.
Because they said my name and they said the procedure that was happening.
When they call you, just say, hey, this is Frank. Is this Frank? We're just here to confirm your appointment with the doctor. That's usually all they have to say. The fact that they went into the fact that said is, that's pretty sure that's a HIPAA violation.
So, well, the problem is I can't get anything for a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, but you can ruin them.
Maybe. But here's the problem. They have insurance for that. Their insurance company is just going to pay for it.
The most common outcome of a HIPAA violation is the loss of a medical license.
No, the most common is a fine, which is what I looked up. And in regards to this specific incident with them calling and saying the procedure and the name, the maximum fine they could receive is $50,000, which their insurance will cover that. So
make the premiums go up.
Yeah, but then I gotta fucking go. I looked into it. It's not easy to file a HIPAA violation. You have to go on the website. You have to fill out a bunch of shit, and then they contact you, and then you have to talk to all their people, and then you may even have to appear in federal court because it's not a state law. It's a federal law. So then you have to go to federal fucking court. And I'm like, that sounds like a pain in the ass for me to get nothing from it. Now, if I can get some money out of this, oh, you bet your ass, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do this.
I would do. I'm petty as fuck.
That's true. I am also pretty petty, but
no, you're not.
I'm also fucking lazy.
You're petty in the moment, and then once effort is involved, you become a saint.
Yeah, then the pettiness just goes away, and I'm like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Nothing beats my pettiness.
So
probably why I'm seeing a psychiatrist.
So I call them and say this. I say, hey, you need to call me back immediately, and maybe if you're sure, even if you're going to claim you're closed, you open at 9 a.m. tomorrow. You need to call me back. So I sat and waited. I didn't call them today because I said, you know what? I'm going to make them call me. So I'm waiting. They know they fucked up because they did not call me at all today. Even to say, hey, are you still coming for your appointment? Nope. They must have just, the second they heard that message, they must have said, well, just cancel his ass right now because we ain't dealing with this.
Or you could take this as, hey, there's a higher power out there and he's telling you, don't snip your balls.
That's kind of also the way. Oh, okay. And then immediately after, which I do have to tell both of you this, if you do go to the bathroom tonight, be careful because the stairs are broken. So
what do you mean?
So immediately after, okay, so you see the lip right there?
Sure.
There's one of those on each step. So like the third step, I think it is, because there's 4 steps or 3 steps. So the middle step, I go down there because after I get done, of course, Chloe says she needs to go to the bathroom and it's dark and she's scared and doesn't want to go by herself. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I had literally just hung up the phone with these assholes leaving this message, and I'm walking down the stairs and I step on it and that thing pops off. And because this house, they half-assed everything in this fucking house. It's just glued together. There's nothing holding it in place other than glue. That pops off and it takes the whole front fascia board with it and it just fucking collapses under my foot, and I eat shit so hard.
I like that you're
so
I
hard.
like that you're saying that. Oh, it's half-assed. They only glued it together, but you've known about that since you moved in and done nothing to fix the situation.
No, I didn't know that it was just glued on.
Yeah, you
When the
did.
first one popped off, and I
The first
stapled
one
gunned
was
it back
glued.
together.
Was glued on. So you, for some reason, you thought the other ones weren't glued on.
I don't know. I just thought maybe that one. I don't know, Frank. Who gives a fuck? But the bottom line is,
Someone who doesn't want to see someone break their fucking neck.
well, obviously I don't because I almost did. So, dude, I hurt so bad right now. Like my whole body feels like I got run over by a truck. And I only really fell down like a couple of steps. And I didn't even really, I should say I didn't.
Wait.
What?
American or imported?
Oh no, a fucking Freightliner.
Answer the question.
American.
Is the truck okay?
Shut the fuck up. Is the truck okay?
Did you hop keto roll?
Oh, I did. I fucking forward knock boat my way. And luckily, Chloe was far enough in front of me to where I didn't take her out because I don't know if I could have controlled the acceleration with which I was fucking doing this maneuver. But I fucking immediately just jetted forward because that's just when it went out. I just was going forward. So, here you go. Your ass is hitting the deck. So I fucking was like, well, there's only one option here that sees me not dying, and that's tucking and rolling. So that's what I did. I forward knocked boat. I just tucked and rolled. And it was from a height which I don't think I've ever done that before.
How long ago was Tapino?
Fuck, 20 years ago, maybe now. I mean, we're 36. We were 16, right? We were in high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like 20 years ago. And that's a natural instinct to this day.
Same.
That if I fall, I'm fucking forward rolling. And man, I will say this, it saved me from probably breaking a couple of ankles and fucking like injuring myself even worse than I already did. And so the reason why my whole body hurts is because I was probably
Spread it out through the whole body.
Yeah, I was like 3 feet in
Instead
the
of
air.
only focusing on your neck, it's like your whole body.
Yeah, instead of just snapping my neck, the whole body took the impact, and then I'm alive but injured. But
On a side note,
but
that's one
painful.
thing. Like my older sister has this fucking pet peeve, I guess is the best way of saying it, about people laying down on the couch.
Like any couch or just someone's couch, like your couch. Like what if it's my own couch?
It's
and I'm laying?
her couch because it's hers.
So she's the only one allowed to lay on it.
Until recently, not even her. She didn't like anybody laying down on the couch.
Okay.
She said it makes them break faster. It worries them out. And I was like, no, couches. Again, there's no logic with her. She's a woman.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
No, but seriously.
I hope she listens to this.
No, I sent her the link with her son on here.
Oh, you did?
And she did not want to go through the extra efforts of going through the menus to find the podcast to do it.
I mean, she has an iPhone, right?
No,
I thought she had an iPhone.
she's not a communist.
Oh, so she has a Korean phone?
It's not a Korean phone, yes. No,
Oh, you mean a Korean phone?
yeah.
So she's a communist.
How's she a communist?
How's
She's
she-
democratic.
You tell
So is where Apple is fucking created in
Yes.
California.
You literally called California communist yourself.
Yeah, but that's just me being
And then
facetious.
they're not made in California. They're made in China.
Who cares where it's made? It was created.
They're
The
made in
company
China.
is in America. What?
they're made in India.
No, they're made in China.
No, actually, I think they're made in India now.
No, the titanium case is made in India because that's where the titanium is mined.
So it's
Sorry.
made in India.
Titanium. Again, I hate Apple, but that was the stupidest fucking nitpick I ever heard about. Oh, Apple's titanium cases are just titanium plated. Like, motherfucker, it's a millimeter thick. How else would it be? It's literally a plating.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's titanium. What do you think? The whole phone's gonna be made out of titanium?
Again,
Listen, these
I
phones
hate-
are already $1,500. You want it to be $20,000?
Like I said,
Okay,
I hate
assholes.
Apple, but that was the dumbest nitpick. One of the dumbest nitpicks I ever heard. But anyway, and like I tried to explain to her, look, look, I weigh, I think at the time, 6 kilotons. So I weighed, I think, about 400 pounds.
Okay.
Like, here, I sit down in the middle. Right now, these two struts are bearing my whole weight.
Yeah.
I laid down. Your whole couch is now distributing my weight.
Yeah. Makes it last way longer if you lay down.
Wait, he goes, wait, if anything, yes. And so I was sorry, that was just your whole thing about instead of the neck, the whole.
Oh,
thing
yeah,
reminded
yeah.
me of that.
That is funny. We should have your sister come on.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe she'd have some funny shit to say.
About me? No.
Yeah, of course. That's
Why not have your dad on here then?
all right. Deal. I'll make that deal. Fuck, that'd be the worst day for me ever. Anyways, so I forward knocked boat my way out of death, and then now just have an injured body. So what?
That duck just moved.
The duck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the fucking ghost playing with the duck.
It was on the second stair.
Well, it's probably the ghost, Frank. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this place is fucking probably haunted. And now with the cat here and Katie's witchery bullshit going on, it's definitely some sort
Your
of
house is not haunted.
some sort of witchcraft.
Your house is not haunted. I would know.
That's true. You would know. So then what made the duck move, Frank?
Gravity.
The wind?
Gravity.
Then why are you complaining?
I was just making a statement.
Oh, but the duck moved? You said it all scared, like, oh, guys.
I would be, motherfucker, you know what I've been. Do you think that's gonna fucking scare me?
Nah, I don't. That's why I was concerned with the way you said that. Like, oh, what's going on? Is there really something to be scared of? Is there an earthquake, perhaps, that I didn't feel? Did you see there was one in LA just like today? It was a 4.0 in Malibu.
Did it kill LA?
I wish, but no.
No, I don't care.
I also would like to say that I hate another thing that I hate real quick is the streamers, the Twitch streamers that just happen to be streaming when there's an earthquake, and they literally get all kinds of new people following them because this specific one in particular with this one today she was doing something with this dress. And then, everything's like, oh my God. And all the news channels, and they all fucking put her Twitch name, and then everybody credits, this is the Twitch streamer in case you wanted to watch. What the fuck does that have to do with an earthquake?
Because they have to. If they use her image, they have to credit her.
Maybe the news does, but not.
You just said the news did it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like on everything else too. Like, it's like, here's a link to video of this lady, and then the guy on Twitter tweets a specific thing saying, here's the fucking profile of her Twitter or what is it, her Twitch name.
Gosh,
what?
You're trying to get social media famous, and you're getting mad at how to get social media.
Yeah, I am. It's fucking aggravating.
Where's Ja Rule to make sense of all this?
In the grave.
Wait, Ja Rule's dead?
Yeah, he died the day before Toby Keith.
What?
You making that
Yeah, you making that up?
No, not Toby Keith, but Ja Rule, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Ja Rule's dead?
No, he said he's not. He said he made it up. Toby Keith is dead, though. Which is fucking, I mean, I didn't really like Toby Keith, but that's still sad, I guess.
But
Ja Rule's still alive.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
There was the habitual line crosser said it best. He made the soundtrack for the war in Iraq.
Ja Rule, yeah.
No,
Oh, you mean Toby Keith?
Toby Keith.
I think Ja Rule did too.
You staying in
What
my
is that?
white t-shirt. Man, in fucking Iraq, dude, imagine.
They're just hearing that. Man, imagine if you're sitting there in your little village, you never heard country music before, and you're just sitting there maybe like
Hey, dude, I'd
playing
be
a
throwing
goat.
fucking bags of piss if I heard that shit.
Yeah, probably.
What was it? No, they were torturing one of them and they were making him listen to Gangnam Style over and over.
I thought it was Taylor Swift was the one in Abu Ghraib. They made him listen to Taylor Swift all day.
No, that was the Russians on the Ukrainian.
Making him listen to Taylor Swift. That's torture.
Speaking of which, right before they were saying like, because what's his name? Usher hasn't released the people that he's gonna be performing with at the Super Bowl,
Uh-huh.
and they're saying the best thing to happen is to have Kanye West come up there to be the
God.
to be the counter to Taylor Swift.
That would be the greatest fucking thing ever. I hope.
Okay, while we're on this tangent,
Yeah.
I'm starting to think Jay-Z used Kanye as the fall guy for that Taylor Swift moment years back for the MTV Awards.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, no, it's the exact same thing with Jada Smith and Will Smith. Where he enjoyed it and looks over at Jada like, oh shit, I gotta work. And you know that when that shit happened, Kanye was probably like, how can I make this about me? Oh, okay. Looks over at Beyonce. Damn it.
Because Jay-Z at the Grammys
Said the same shit, basically.
he said some shit about how his wife had won all these Grammys but never won Album of the Year. Like, hey, maybe it's possible she's only a singles artist. Maybe she's never really
Or the
made
fact that she never wrote any of her songs.
Yeah, that too.
that's also.
shit. I mean, or if she does.
I hate Kanye West, but that motherfucker, he's a lyricist.
Yeah.
He does his work. I mean, he does the work.
Yeah, and that's
But
possible.
then again, Taylor Swift doesn't write her songs. Well, of course she does. She writes her own songs because of her breakups and shit.
Yeah.
Currently, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Once this shit's all done and said for, because she's currently working on her new album right now, which is what's his name? Kelsey.
Yeah.
So as soon as she's done with him,
Oh, supposedly the conspiracy theory on the NFL thing is that
they're doing this just to give Taylor Swift a platform.
well, No, that, and then they're making them America's couple now because they're gonna win. The Chiefs are gonna win the Super Bowl, and then after it's done, Travis Kelce's gonna propose to her on the fucking 50-yard line with the Lombardi Trophy in the background, and it's gonna be like this whole thing. That's allegedly.
I would bet $1,000 that's not happening.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
No,
I can see that happen.
I could see that happening.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I could definitely see that happening, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hardline right now and say that's definitely gonna happen.
Hey, people said the same thing about Russia invading Ukraine.
Don't look at me like that, you son of a bitch.
Remember, everybody was saying Russia ain't gonna invade Ukraine. No way Russia's gonna do it.
I bet you $1,000 Russia won't invade the Ukraine, and then all of a sudden
Hey, they were doing military exercises for like a hot fucking minute for like.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have been doing the romantic equivalent of military exercises prior to this happening.
Speaking of which, see that fucking bullshit about her?
Who? Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Nah, what about her?
Because you know how people can track your airplanes and shit? Because they're required to be on that FFA.
Oh, yeah. The
Some guy made a website that tracks Taylor Swift's not only her flights, but her CO2 emissions based on her concerts and all that shit.
Yeah.
She is currently suing him.
For what?
Exactly. She's currently suing him, and as a result, had to sell her second private plane.
Oh, wow.
Woe is me, dude. She can no longer.
Oh, her backup private plane.
Yeah, because they said, she had to sell her second smaller plane.
Dude, that bitch doesn't even travel.
Well,
no,
there was a guy
last month. She put out enough CO2 emissions to outdo the United States.
Yeah, it's like anything anybody had ever done as far as recycling or trying to be environmental, wiped out
just from Taylor Swift flying across the U.S. Jesus. Well, there was a guy that was doing that. I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but there was a guy who was doing that to either Elon Musk.
It was to Elon Musk.
And then the dude
to give credit to Elon Musk, he didn't go after him illegally.
No.
He offered to pay him to stop doing it.
Yeah.
The guy said no. And Elon said, cool. And that's it. That was the last he ever dealt with
that. Was it. Yeah.
He's still doing it to this day. But Elon's like, hey, I tried to buy him out. There's nothing more I can do.
Man, I wonder how much he offered him.
It was like a couple $100.
That's it?
Yeah. It was the value of the website times 6 or something like that.
I'll give you 1% of Tesla. That'd be a sweet deal.
That would be a sweet deal.
Tesla would have been like, not at the time. Who knows? Because he wasn't the richest man in the world yet.
That's true. But yeah, and they were also doing it to the other guy, the Mavericks. Who the fuck's that guy? The guy who owns the Mavericks, who's the rich
Mark
dude.
Cuban.
Yeah, they were doing it to him too, and he was fucking getting like super furious about it.
I figured if anybody would have found it to be the most funniest thing ever, it would have been him.
I don't know, man. One of the things that I've kind of heard is that, or at least seen, kind of is that guy gives off this persona like he's a regular, every Joe, like cool guy, rich dude. But man, he's like the biggest. He's like the biggest asshole apparently, according to everybody.
The common thing about him is that he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. That makes sense.
Man, we're like 4 layers deep in fucking tangents, dude. Like
that's what the purpose of this show is.
I know, but I'm trying to get it. I want to go back, dude.
Oh, what do you want to go back to? Let's go back.
All right,
go back.
So we're on the Mark Cuban thing.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
I don't have anything to add to that.
How's that going back? That's literally the last.
Well, that was the last thing. That we're doing last in, first out.
Okay, yeah. So Mark Cuban,
blood in, blood out.
Now we're in with Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Did you have anything about that?
I had something to add about that. All right. So for that, the fact that Jay-Z did that thing with his wife.
Yeah.
That means to be, I mean, I'm lightly joking. Or no, I'm joking. But yeah, dude, Kanye was the fall guy because he probably said everything that Jay-Z wanted to say. And then Kanye got to take the fall because he's a fucking loudmouth and likes to, yeah.
So what you're saying is 9/11 was an inside job.
Yes. You can't make
that shit up. Can't make
gas.
Gasoline can't melt.
Yeah, jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Stank beams, yeah.
Yeah, and then just like Taylor Swift's new album wasn't better than fucking Beyonce's or whatever he said.
Yeah.
God, I still remember one of the best things ever was like the MTV Awards after that, the very next one. They had her do her performance. She had like pictures of Jay-Z and not Jay-Z, of Kanye West, and like she was subtly talking shit about him or whatever. And then everybody was expecting him to do an apology on stage.
Yeah.
Straight into his song, and the song was like, "Give it up for the assholes."
Oh yeah.
He's just like, "Hey,
shit." Now we're
all right. So wait. Did you have any more? Do we need to go back
that was
further?
It for Taylor Swift. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, really, I was talking about that, and then that's over. But
I know this is probably something I should say for the CEP, but it's mostly a joke.
Because
you know how what should call it? Was it Yemen or Iran that threatened to cut the Red Sea line?
It was Yemen.
Yemen?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know who Habitual Line Crosser is.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming he's a YouTube guy.
Yeah, he's the one that does the where he puts his faces on the planes or the countries.
Oh, okay. I've seen. I think
I've shown
I mean, I don't know. There's a shit ton of them, but I'm sure maybe that's the same guy.
He's the one that started it.
Oh, all right.
But he's the one I always send you one.
Oh, okay. All right.
One of those ones you never respond to.
Mental note for I don't know if we're doing CUP today, but
Oh, we are.
mental note. There's like a TikTok dude that's portraying himself to be a pirate of the, I think the Houthis or the Houthis.
Is he really doing it, or
I mean,
is he a real guy, or he's just pretending like he's just fucking around?
I don't know. I think he's. I don't know.
All right, we'll have
I
to
don't
look-
know what he is, but he's a swashbuckler and he's trying to.
Do you have the links to these? Or?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to look at them in the in-between.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll have to-
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just making a mental note.
Mental note for that. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I already lost one.
You were talking about the habitual line stepper and
Yemen.
yeah, and the Yemen, the undersea cables.
Yeah, because you know how we started bombing the shit out of them.
Right.
Because they threatened to cut the internet lines,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, God, no! Please don't cut off the internet. It's not like we have a giant space program with satellites in there that gives us internet, or a private civilian one that's contractually required to give us access to the internet if it ever goes down."
Oh yeah, I think you sent me that one.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh God, please don't cut off your only means of communication to tell the rest of the world what we're doing to you." He's like, I mean, when you say it that way, it kind of sounds kind of dumb. And then it shows he has this whole running gag with the F-22 being fucking crazy. He's like, "Oh, would you intercept me? I'd intercept me." Like, it's the way the character's portrayed.
Good.
He's like, fucking F-22 is like, "Do it. Nobody will hear you scream." I just think that's funny that their biggest threat is like, "You're only going to help us now. We can commit war crimes."
Yeah, now we could literally commit war crimes. But anyways, all right, maybe that's something we can talk about on CUP too, because that's better. That's better for that. Anyways, wait a minute.
So you almost ate shit.
Yeah, I almost
he
ate
ate
shit.
shit. No,
Oh
he
no, I
ate
did.
that
I didn't
shit.
almost eat shit. I did eat shit. I just
Eating
somewhat
shit would
recovered.
be fucking dying.
Well, I didn't
No,
die.
eating shit is fucking falling down and eating shit. That's what eating shit means.
Worst case scenario, he would be fucking dead.
No, that's worst case scenario. But
Yeah,
eating
this was
shit,
this was
eating
really probably best. Well, okay, best case scenario being the stairs didn't break at all, and I walked down normally and had no issues.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario being
No,
dying.
best case scenario was you went through the vasectomy and then ate shit.
And then
as
ate
if
shit.
God punishing you
Yeah, true.
just to make your day worse.
Fuck.
So yeah. So anyways, so now I guess I'm just I don't know. I called I called my insurance company and I just said, hey, I have an issue with these guys. This is what they did. And I'm like, I don't trust them now. I definitely don't. If they can't call the right phone number, I don't fucking trust them to do
Cut the right line.
Yeah, I don't trust them at all. And then the lady that I talked to was really nice, and she says, you know what? That's a very valid concern. I don't think I'd trust them either. And I said, you know what's funny is it took me like 2 months just to get through to be able to get to talk to the guy. I had to file a case with like the California Advocate Board because they weren't calling me back from the urology department at my insurance place. So I had to go through those hoops. It had been like 6 weeks, and then I finally get this appointment and then the guy tells me, oh yeah, this one right here that you're going to, oh, they're the best. Everybody loves them. They say,
What happened there?
I don't know, you did something to it.
All I did was only five.
Oh, I'm gonna pause it. All right. Anyways, so yeah, Frank just fucking almost broke the whole house, so we had to fucking.
It would be the
recover.
most optimal solution was if you cut your nuts on the handrail.
If when I slipped, I went sideways and my nuts got caught in the handrail, and I just fucking
That
ripped
would've
them,
been-
ripped them clean off, like.
Kill two birds with one stone. You canceled the fucking appointment and you cut your nuts on
And
the
I just
handrail.
did it. I basically just did it myself for free.
Yeah. That'd have been the ticket.
Yeah, that would have been the ticket. So, yeah. So then,
What did Chloe think? She
she just sat there and said, like, she had that look on her, that shocked look on her face.
doesn't laugh at people when they fall.
Well,
No, she went last. But she causes the pain.
yeah, it's only when she causes it. So she did ask me, oh, did I do that? Like she thought like that she tripped me or something. Oh, did I trip you? And she was like, yeah. And she was getting ready to laugh. And then I said, no, you didn't. And then she went, oh, are you okay? And then I said, oh, it's not funny when you don't do it, huh?
That's
Asshole.
weird that she. Well, that's not weird, but the way she phrased that.
That's just say this as a dad. Of course she's gonna be like that.
It's the protocol within her head. She's like, "What's the next line of questioning that I need to ask?" Like, are you okay?
What does society dictate that I have to ask right now?
Yeah, basically. So then
Wait, did we just call your daughter a sociopath?
I mean, she kind of is a little bit. I mean, she's 5, so aren't they all that way though? They don't understand things or feelings or
burning
No,
ants
my niece-
without any kind of consciousness.
Yeah, right. Like kids,
My
kids
niece,
do that.
My niece was 5 when my mom fell down the stairs and she cried over her.
It's a nasty spill though.
That is a nasty spill. And your mom was an old lady, so
Now when she was like 50.
that's an old lady, man. Like that's sad.
That's 10 years older than you.
I'm not 40. Okay, a 36-year-old man falling down the stairs is not as sad as even a 45-year-old, even a 36-year-old lady would have been sadder. Somebody would have been, oh my God, ma'am, are you okay? Now, if I would have done that in public, I would have literally got laughed at.
TikTok videos.
Oh, I'd be on TikTok. Oh, God damn it. I wish, man. You know, maybe that's what we need to start doing. We need to start doing the jackass thing and do accidental fucking injuries and just fucking go roll down an escalator or some shit and then put it on TikTok and then.
Nah, I still have my dignity.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Band-Aids?
Huh?
Yeah, Band-Aids.
Do I have Band-Aids? Yeah, I do have Band-Aids.
All right, after the podcast.
Oh, all right. Why? Did you cut yourself?
A while ago. It just hurts. Or bugs.
Sus. Maybe he cut himself on that fan when he just knocked it over.
I'd be bleeding.
Huh?
I'd be bleeding.
Yeah, it looks pretty bloody to me.
Yeah, because it's my meat.
Were you beating your meat?
No, the meat underneath.
Oh, okay.
You literally see my muscle.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's now I'm just basically gonna have to wait 6 to 8 business months before this gets resolved, and then it's probably just never gonna happen. Now I'm probably just not gonna do it because you might be right. This may be some sort of deity punishing me. Who knows? I don't know. Huh?
Divine intervention.
That is weird.
Maybe it is real weird that happened that way. So I don't know.
So you had a
It causes this
Schrodinger's.
shit just to make sure you don't have it, and then it causes an incident that not only is going to hurt you physically but monetarily.
Well, and now I'm scared because I don't want to. Now maybe I don't want to do this again. I don't know.
There's a quantum event happening because. Well, actually, now it's been eliminated. Huh?
What was that?
I was saying now the quantum event has been eliminated because your parents had it's Schrodinger's scrotum, dude. Like they knew or they didn't know if you were gonna have kids, and they also didn't know that you weren't gonna have kids. Now that's out the window because of that call.
I mean, yeah, but then now if I don't actually get it done, then what if I just don't get it done and then tell them I got it done? Do the reverse? Like
It's too late. They already know.
well, it doesn't matter.
I was going more to the Doctor Who / Flash terminology. Like maybe you keeping your balls is a fixed point in time.
All right, I just want to point out, I'm not having my balls removed. Okay,
I know it's a term of fucking.
It's not. I just want
facetious.
to make sure people know that that's not what a vasectomy is. You're not actually having your balls removed. It's just
Yes,
just cutting the lines.
We're not removing his marbles. It's just. I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, the potency.
Yeah, sure.
The potency. When
Again, you can't get your balls removed. Otherwise, how are you gonna pee?
you got
That's where all the pee is stored.
you got the fake Alec Baldwin rounds, or you're going from fucking 22 caliber rounds to the fake Alec Baldwin rounds.
Yeah, but he still shot somebody though. So.
Hey, dude, I think he got like indicted or something.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
Now they're questioning him.
I fucking hate Alec Baldwin, but as much as I fucking hate him, it's not his fault. He shouldn't have been fucking around. So yeah, it is a little bit his fault because he broke fucking 4 of the fucking rules of gun.
He broke all the cardinal gun safety rules essentially. A,
But-
don't point it at something unless you want to kill it. B,
Even if
check
it's
the
fake.
chamber. Check the chamber to make sure it's not fucking
matter-
loaded.
The way you're phrasing it is too fucking simple.
Yeah, it's because people are simple and I'm just making it easy.
No. Never point at something unless you're willing to destroy it.
Yeah, don't point at something unless you want to kill it. That's meaning people.
No matter who.
I don't give a fuck.
No matter who, what, or whatever happens, if someone tells you the gun is loaded, it is loaded until you check that it's unloaded.
Well, if someone just hands you a gun, it's loaded until you check to make sure it's
Yeah, that's what I'm
unloaded.
saying.
It doesn't matter what they tell you.
You don't trust what anyone tells you until you check it to yourself.
Well, that was the thing. Like, wasn't he just play shooting at them? And
Well, no, that it was time for them to actually do the scene. And then the director called, wait, cut, there's something wrong. And he goes, how about there isn't? Like he was just playing around with the guy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was just playing
Why would
around.
they have a live round anyway?
It wasn't supposed to be a live
It was
round.
the fucking dickhead who loaded
The
it.
armor, 100% the armor is going to prison. The crime she's being charged with is accessory to murder. And that's prison time.
Yeah, I don't think so, though. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think Alec Baldwin
Because
will
the-
get
because
it.
what'll
Alec Baldwin
happen-
he shouldn't get charged for murder.
I mean, maybe like
He's-
some sort of manslaughter?
Not manslaughter. What's the term?
It would be like involuntary manslaughter because he didn't mean to kill
definitely
them.
involuntary.
Obviously, he
manslaughter.
didn't mean to kill them, right? He was just
Yeah.
fucking around.
But he again, if he would have followed the
It's
rules,
negligence, some sort of like extreme negligence
that
or whatever.
negligence part, yeah.
he should have. If he would have followed the rules of gun safety, everything would be fucking kosher right now.
Well, but here's the other thing too, right? So when you look,
But no, wait, would it be because he would probably would have shot somebody for the scene?
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody would have got shot no matter
Yeah.
what.
But
Like,
at least if it was during the scene, 100% it wouldn't be Baldwin's fault.
yeah, true.
But because he did it off scene and in a joking manner, violating the fucking rules of gun safety, he's again at worst it's negligence, but it's involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
But 100% it's the armorer's fault.
I don't know if it's 100. I'd say it's, like 40.
Why wouldn't it be 100%?
She didn't pull the trigger. If the armor pulled the trigger,
She loaded the gun.
yeah, but
She loaded the gun.
I'm
with-
not saying there's zero. I'm
No,
not saying
she
that.
loaded the gun with 100% intention of it being fired. And she didn't do her job.
Yeah, she put the wrong ammo in there. She put which honestly, I don't even know why they have live ammunition in the same area that they're doing a movie
Because they
shoot.
were off going shooting, remember?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that is number one. Like you should not even have any. If you're going to do fucking this shit, you should not have any live
Yeah,
ammunition
it's-
whatsoever.
Again,
Like,
negligence on her part.
yeah, negligent.
So
But
again,
I don't think.
it's saying it's 100% her fault. She didn't do her job. I don't. You saying it's 40%? That's fucking stupid.
No, I'm not saying it's 40%.
You just said it was 40%.
Well,
her fault.
no, I'm just throwing out a number. There's no percentage. It's definitely not 100%, and it's definitely not 0%. So it's somewhere in between.
If it's not 0 and if it's not 100, you're just saying it's either or.
No, I'm saying it's not 0 and it's not 100, so it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know what the number is. I wasn't there, so I don't fucking know. I'm sure there's
just saying-
video of it, right? I mean, they were filming. I'm sure there's a video of it.
The person he shot was the cameraman
Yeah, so I'm sure there's video. So,
or camera woman.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was like the camera lady, right?
Yeah, it was a woman.
Man, that's so fucked up though. And it's funny. It's ironic too because he's such
if
an
it's not her-
anti-gun
so if
fucking
it's-
dude.
Yeah, but if it's not her fault, then whose fault is it?
Oh, it's definitely Alec Baldwin's fault for sure.
Either case, man, even if he doesn't seek, or even if he doesn't get something put on him, that's still a horrible way
Yeah.
to live the rest of your life with something weighing on.
Well, he was partying like the next week, so I don't think it's weighing too much on his art.
Well, I guess. I mean, shit. He is rich, and
I mean, that's true. He ain't gonna do no jail time. I mean, that's for
I don't
sure.
have to take this. I'm white.
I don't think he's guilty. He feels guilty about this one bit. It's more like shit. Whatever. It's just another fucking peasant.
I mean, yeah, that is probably how he sees it. But
Or
I
just
don't know.
give a nice little paycheck to the family, and then
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, the
that's-
studio had to pay that family out.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I'm sure they got a fucking pretty penny for that.
You know what the sad part is? This was like a third party studio too. It wasn't like
Oh,
it wasn't
that
like
sucks. It
Universal.
wasn't like a major one.
It wasn't a major studio. This wasn't a major production.
damn. So now they're going under.
Yeah,
likely.
yeah, they're definitely out of business for sure. This wipes them out.
Yeah. All right. What's next on the itinerary?
Oh, so then I also I had to go to the DMV last week, and man, I know it's like what's the word, cliche or whatever about how the DMV sucks, but man, it really does just suck. There's nothing good about the DMV. I don't know if other states have this problem. Maybe it's because we're in California and it's so dense with people
maybe.
that like
I was
if
gonna
you
say,
go to
like,
Idaho, I'm sure the Idaho DMV doesn't have this fucking
No
issue.
shit. Idaho has a population of 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what y'all happen to just go on the same day out of the year? All 12 of you are fucking in there.
Even said if all 12 of you show up, that's still an hour line.
Listen, that's still less time than I would have had to have wait. There were fucking 22 people ahead of me, and I got there right when they fucking opened.
Why didn't you just make an appointment?
That is with the appointment.
Yeah, I made an appointment.
You have to wait in line to check in for the appointment.
You have to make an appointment online to wait in line to check in to make an appointment. It makes zero fucking sense.
Okay.
I literally
They used to have a whole separate thing like, oh, if you have an appointment, you can just go in and check in. No, now you have to wait in that line to check in.
Yeah, so I literally was in there. I was there. I had an appointment at like 8:30 a.m. and I was there for 2.5 fucking hours. And sure, going in, they got the line because it was pissing rain. So that's why I also thought, oh, good, there's gonna be no one here today. And so when I pulled up, there was no line. You know how there's always a line out the fucking door?
Yeah.
There was no line. So I was like, fuck yeah. So when I got in there, Yeah, there was no line. I got to walk right up to the thing and check in, and they're like, cool. Okay, here's your or they said, because the whole fucking thing that I had to do was just change my goddamn address because for some reason the DMV wouldn't let me. Said I'm ineligible to do online, and I was like, why the fuck is this? Why am I ineligible to do this? This doesn't even make any fucking sense. So my license was up for renewal, and so I renewed it. I sent in the thing, thought it worked, guess it didn't. Then, well, I mean, I really didn't send in the thing, but I told them that to try to make it like, go faster because I'm an asshole. So I go to the DMV and say, hey, I need to change my address and I need to get a new license because mine, I never got it. Like, I don't know if they sent it to the wrong address or what. So they said, okay, cool. Okay, go wait in line over there. So I go wait in line. And I'm like, wait, what do I do when I'm done waiting in line? Well, you got to go onto one of those computers. And I'm like, okay, so I would do, what am I doing on the computer? They're like, oh, click new driver's license application. I'm like, but this isn't a new driver's license. I already have it. Like, I just need to get another, like a replacement. Yeah. Just click new driver's license application. So I'm like, okay. And then what do I do? Fill it out. And then when you get the confirmation number, come back here, wait in line again, and then give me the confirmation number. Okay, cool. So I go wait in line at the computer, standing there, like 10 minutes. Okay, cool. That goes pretty quick. I go up, clickety-clack, do the thing. Takes like 2 minutes. Get the thing, get the number, go back and wait in the same line I was just in, which is the check-in line. Wait in line for like another 5 or 10 minutes because more people showed up. So I'm waiting in line. Say, okay, here's my number. Okay, cool. She writes down all this shit, hands me a thing. She says, here's your number. It's like E27 or something like that.
And I'm like A2.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And so, well, no, they have A, B, C, D, and E all going at the same time, right? But they're all on different numbers. So I was looking to see when an E would pop up on the little queue. So I'm like, okay, so this way I'll know how many people are ahead of me, right? E1 showed up like 10 minutes, and I'm like, motherfucker. So then I'm like, okay, so she's like, yeah, go, they'll call your number in just a couple minutes. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go wait, and I'm just sitting there, and I waited like 10 minutes, and finally E1 shows up, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm E20. You mean to tell me there's 21 other motherfuckers ahead of me?
You ever seen that show, Deep Space 69?
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it.
The guy, he had to go to the intergalactic DMV. And like, it's funny. It's cool. Like, they're in line.
Yeah.
Like, behind them is like, or in the line, you see Han Solo. You see Malcolm from like Firefly.
Yeah.
Like, you see all the space captains there. And he go, and it said his number was D69. He's like, nice. He goes, all right, not too bad. Now calling, hey, -1,246,000. And you just hear him in the background, damn it. I just imagine that to you when E1 came up, damn it.
Yeah, so that's what I said. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to be here a while. So I'm just like, well, whatever.
You called me?
What?
Is that why you called me or texted me?
Yeah, I was texting you because I was going to see like, oh, I'm going to be here for the next couple of hours. So I was like, oh, hey, you want to drive by? After I get done, I was going to drive by your work to fucking drive home. So I was gonna be like, hey, do you want to get breakfast or something since I'm just going to be up the rest of the day now? Because I had just gotten off of my fucking slave job, fucking coming there to do this. So anyways, so now.
Days never finished. Master got me.
Going back to
Yeah, pretty much.
Going back to the whole muscle memory, or not muscle memory, but like the way we retain information.
Uh-huh.
How like it's been 20 years, yet you're still able to do forward knock vote.
Uh-huh.
We had a visit from the national basically the guy who's in charge of all maintenance for the whole company, which is because we have properties literally in all 50 states. So he's in charge of all of them. And fucking in Seattle alone, we have like 100
like apartments, complexes.
Yeah, because that's where our headquarters is.
All right.
And so this guy is like literally goes everywhere, and unbeknownst to me, but known to him.
Good old Spaceballs.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam. I had met him when I was in SIT, when I was working in Lake Elsinore. And then once he started talking to me, like, oh, that's when I realized, oh, he remembered and was talking to me about it. But he started fucking grilling me, like asking me questions and shit like that, because it was an inspection of the property. Like we have been getting. This is one of the two we've been getting ready for. And because my boss had me painting a unit, and I needed to take a shit, so I went to the restroom. And so he calls me while I'm taking a shit. Hey, I need you to come back up here. So I was like, oh, okay. So I finished taking a shit, and I go up there, and they're both in there. And so, oh, I see you did a patchwork. That's a really good job. So like, how do you do the patchwork? And like he starts like grilling me, and like so I start talking to him like like normal body language. Yeah. And then like, dude, like he was literally talking to me for like almost 40 minutes. And next thing I know, like, when you just come into self-awareness.
Yeah.
I had been in the at ease position answering his question like I was back in the ROTC. like I went from yes sir, all this sir, about 12 sir, like no like bullshit and shit, like straight yes no like simple questions like they taught us to do in ROTC. I was like shit, I went. She was like how every time me and you walk, we're always walking in
in step somehow. That's crazy. Yeah. But anyways, back to the DMV real quick. So as I'm sitting there waiting, right, I'm just sitting there and there's this old lady behind me. And so I'm right by the line where people, like new people were going up to take, like it's kids taking their like driver's test or whatever, right? Or they're checking in. And so there's this kid and he's there with this old lady and it's like his grandma or something, right? And so I guess there was a problem with their insurance card. It didn't match the car that he brought or something. So he's going through trying to figure out.
Check that?
Apparently they do.
They didn't do that for me.
I don't remember that either.
They just said, hey, pull up, and you just pull up, and then the guy gets in. You Frank? Yeah, cool. Go straight.
Yeah. Oh, my guy didn't speak any English at all when I went. I had the Asian dude. He just looked at the thing and said, on. And I'm like, on. And I'm like, turn the car on and go. And I'm like, all right. And he just basically said left, right. That's it. That's all he said to me. And he gets out and then he's like,
no, dude, my guy was almost exactly like that guy from Don't Be a Menace to South Central. the comedy one.
Yeah.
Remember he's like, okay, go ahead and start. Well, he just looks at him all fucking.
Oh, yeah, the whole time.
Turn left here. Until he pulls up to the bank and they end up robbing it.
Yeah.
But he was just like fucking watching every fucking move I did.
Yeah.
And that was the second time because I failed my first time. When I failed the first time, the lady was like, okay, go ahead and start driving. Like literally, she pulls down the visor and starts applying her makeup in the mirror while I'm taking my test. And I'm like, okay. And the bitch had the audacity to still film me when she wasn't even fucking paying attention.
Damn, that's fucking terrible. So yeah, anyways, there's these fucking people and they're there. There's this old lady and she's like,
hard,
she's yelling. So like, she's kind of yelling at the kid and I'm just like, you fucking idiot. Like I just started laughing. I'm like, oh, this kid's just getting grilled in front of everybody. His grandma's yelling at him. She's like, well, Jimmy, what the fuck, Jimmy? Oh, God damn it. This is a waste of our tax dollars. And she's yelling about shit. And I'm just like, oh man, this is so good.
Super boomer.
Yep. And she's like, what is the point of this? Blah, blah, blah. So she's like, oh my God. So finally, I guess he called his dad or something and he got him to take a picture of it and send it to him so that it was the right one. So they're like, okay, cool. So they said, okay, good. You can take your test now. Everything's good. And then the kid's like, oh, thank God. So then the grandma goes back to the seat and she had this fucking coffee cup, this big ass fucking mug, like Stanley a Stanley lead lined cup of coffee. And
isn't that fucking weird? Like, on a side note, isn't it weird that as soon as Stanley's getting this big ass fucking push after the Starbucks thing, like everybody started buying them again? That this whole lead thing comes out?
Well, I mean, it's really only just that dot. It's not even inside the cup. Like, it's only the dot that has the lead on the outside. So I don't even know if it's that big.
But the one I saw, they tested the inside and it had lead.
I don't know. The guy that he had the spectrometer or whatever, and he was just saying
how they have a little thing where you break it and then you rub it.
Yeah, they said that that's not accurate. That they said that it can be contaminated. That there's all kinds of issues with it, and so they basically, this guy says the spectrometer thing will tell you exactly what this is made out of. And so he did the inside of all the Stanley cups, and none of them had lead. It was just that dot on the outside. But anyways, so essentially, this lady has this big ass like Stanley cup of coffee and she sits down and I'm watching it the whole time and I know exactly what's about to happen. I'm like, oh, she's going to kick that when she fucking sits down. And so she sits down. What are you looking for?
Where's the other one?
No, it's in the fridge.
No, I'm talking about the...
Oh.
He took off right now.
Yeah, he took off.
He went to his car and left.
Yeah.
Poochie.
Yeah, exactly.
He went to his home planet.
He went up there with the cat.
Yeah, he climbed up with the cat and they're cuddling right now. So she sits down in the chair and she fucking sure as shit kicks this mug over and doesn't even notice it. So she could have, because the lid was on, but the spout was open. So like she could have caught it, maybe only spilled a little bit. And so she kicks it back and it just starts going. Boom, 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 boom. It's going and like, cool, a couple seconds goes by. And I'm about to say like, hey, your coffee over there is spilling. And the guy next to her, he was wearing sandals. And so he feels it on his feet. And he's like, he just goes, what the fuck? And then he looks and he's like, oh, my feet are all wet. God damn it. And then the lady looks and she's like, what are you fucking yelling about? And then he looks down. He's like, my feet are all wet. What's all this brown shit on the floor? And then she looks. She's like, oh, that's my goddamn coffee. And then the guy goes, it's your coffee? What the fuck? My feet are wet. And so then they're yelling at each other. And she goes, God damn it. I don't give a shit about your feet. I'm mad about my coffee. And then the guy's like, the coffee, my feet are wet. Can you give me a napkin or something? Shit. And then the lady's like, who gives a fuck? This coffee just got cold enough to drink, God damn it. And now it's wasted. It's all over the floor. And he's like, no, it's not on the floor. It's all on my feet. And so going back and forth. And it was the funniest exchange I've ever seen. And so then, of course, the DMV people that work there are literally sitting there watching this whole thing go down. There's a stack of paper towels next to the one lady. And she looks at the paper towels, looks at them, grabs the paper towels and puts them behind the desk and then says, yeah, you're going to need to go to the bathroom and get some paper towels. And I'm like, damn. So then she goes into I was like, that is cold-blooded, man.
You know what the best part? You know what the best part would have been?
What?
Is if they gave her a new number to set her back.
Can I get your number real quick? And then she was E26 and then they gave her
She's fucking Z39, dude.
Come back in 3 weeks.
Come back in 3 weeks.
Oh, man. And they were so pissed. And they were like, she was like, well, don't you people have like a janitor? And they're like, yeah, we do, but we're not cleaning that up. And I was like, fuck, man. Wouldn't it be great to be the janitor at the DMV? You don't even have to clean shit up. They don't even call you for anything. Like, what do? You just clean the toilets and that's it? And then you just sit around all day. So when there's a spill, they're like, oh, we're not calling them for that. Like, fuck, that's great. So yeah,
I don't think they have a janitor during the office hours. I think the janitors come after hours.
Probably makes more
I don't
sense.
know, maybe, but they were just like, oh, we're not cleaning it up. So then if there's anything that happens during the day, it's just on the people to clean it up. And then I'm like, well, what if you just didn't clean it up? What are they going to do?
It'd be the exact same job before and after. Like it's like that Futurama quote from the proverbial God that says, when you've done the right thing, nobody can say you've done anything at all. Like,
no, it wasn't. Because you could have done. If you do your job right, nobody knows you've done anything at all.
Yeah, that is true.
Was the whole thing how like he taught Bender what it means to be a god and whatever, and then when Bender lands back on Earth, I went, "Oh man, we forgot about the Sherpas. We locked them in the bathroom. I'm sure their God will help them out." No, if there's anything I learned is that God doesn't do shit. If we don't help them, nobody will. And they're like, Bender wants to help people, and then it pans over to God. If nobody knows, if you've done your job right, nobody knows you've done anything at all.
Oh man. So yeah. So then I just basically sat there for fucking another 2 hours, and then they eventually called my number, and I went up there and got the fucking thing, and but had to go wait in another line. Like I got my number called to go up to the window, and then got told, "Oh yeah, this is the wrong window. You got to wait in that line over there." And I'm like, "Motherfuckers!" So eventually, I got it handled, and I mean, shit. I don't think it's been 7 to 10 business days yet because they said my new license would be here in the mail in 7 to 10 business days, and now I'm kind of doubting if that's actually gonna happen or not.
Oh yeah, it turns out your license is in
revoked.
Huh?
Yeah.
Revoked.
We saw you watching the coffee incident go down and didn't do anything, so we revoked your driver's license.
No, wrong address. They sent it to fucking Canada because it said CA.
Oh yes. Oh my god. So yeah, so that was pretty much my fucking shitty DMV story.
What was
and
it?
Then go ahead.
That was
I was about to say like, no, people in California would.
Thanks,
what?
Adam.
What did you say?
He said that was pretty shitty.
I was going to say like, no, people in California would know that CA is California, but then I thought about that whole incident that I listened to on Reddit where this couple was talking shit, that was treating this couple like shit because they thought they were Mexican because they accidentally got mail from them once because they're the neighbors. They accidentally got their mail once, and it was a letter for them talking about how they were from New Mexico. They didn't know that New Mexico was part of the United States.
There's a New Mexico?
Man, idiots. That's fucking great.
But it's cool. They end up stealing their cat and moving away with it.
Oh, that's classy.
Kind of like what you did.
I didn't move anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
The house is falling apart, obviously.
doesn't mean I'm gonna go anywhere. I'll be here.
The cat was voluntarily. It came from the cat distribution center.
The cat was
Yeah.
voluntarily stolen.
From who?
It was from the
It
cat
had to have had an
distribution center.
owner.
The city.
The cat distribution center.
The pound.
Yes, you denied them.
Shit.
You denied them the right to kill that cat.
Here's what I did though. I just saved the taxpayer a bunch of money, all right, by fucking making it so that no fucking asshole had to come out here and get paid time and a half to pick up this cat. I just took care of it. Now the cat stays inside. Now the city doesn't have to feed it.
You think those people are paid?
Yeah, they get paid.
They're volunteers now.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
The animal control people.
They get college credits now.
That's not true. The people that work at the shelter, but the people that come out and handle this shit, they get fucking paid. Trust me.
No.
They get paid.
No.
Frank, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Itinerary.
Oh, yeah. So, the other thing I want to talk about.
Is up. It's not like we have a time limit.
That's true, but you guys are talking about fucking cats and employees at the fucking dog shelter.
Come on. People like it when we bicker.
That's true. They do. It sells. It draws.
All right.
It draws
Carry
heat.
on.
It draws
Carry
heat.
on with
Well,
this
now you
full-
ruined it. Now you ruined it. So now the facade is ruined, and now I don't feel like arguing anymore.
Oh my god, over fucking animal.
You know what? Now I feel like arguing with you, Adam. You piece of shit. You know.
Yeah. What do you? All right.
See, notice how you two are bickering and I'm not stopping it.
Yeah. See.
You should have, Frank. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
So I was gonna say another thing I just wanted to complain about is also I keep getting these fucking things on Instagram and TikTok about like it. Of course, I'm still getting the Instagram thoughts. All right, like
they keep asking you for dick pills, but you don't have to actually buy the dick pills if they advertise it to you.
no, I know you don't have to buy them, but why do I got to keep seeing it?
Because you keep looking up how to make my dick bigger.
I'm not doing any of that. I don't understand why it keeps. No, but what really keeps happening is I keep getting these fucking they're not ads, but they're the profiles that have these things that say, oh, you could be making $26,000 a month drop shipping, but you're just going to scroll past this and not see it. So then I say, I've seen enough of those now where I stopped and I said, all right, let me just hear what this fucking asshole has to say. Just because I'm curious. Just everybody's saying this, I might as well see what the big fuss is. So then I sit there and listen to the rest of it, and it's essentially, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you how to do this. Yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. But first, you got to go to my website and you got to buy my program, $79.95, and I'll teach you everything you know about how to make $25,000 in your first month of drop shipping. And I was like, there's no fucking way somebody's going to make that money back even in drop shipping now, because everybody's fucking doing it. And like what? Like why? What is that?
Somebody was playing my door.
Oh. Are they kicking it in?
No, I just keep looking around my door.
Is it the pigs?
No,
You should fucking talk to them.
it was a recording.
Oh.
Hey,
Damn.
motherfucker.
That'd be hilarious. Live on the show. Hey, you piece of shit. What are you doing outside my fucking door?
I caught my boss snooping around my door
Oh, you did?
with this. I think he was trying to get in there,
Oh, really?
but
Then he saw the ring and he was
I
like,
think he saw the ring because he looked over, looked at the ring, and then started like as if he was looking for an apartment.
damn, what a sketchy motherfucker that is.
Just wanted to check in to see if you were sleeping all right there.
Well, no, because we've had issues with things that I'm not gonna talk about on the radio.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
That's fair. So you think he was trying to sneak in there to see?
If everything was A-okay,
Yeah, on the up and up, as
Yeah.
they say. Was it on the up and up?
no, because of my back injury.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. But anyways, so I don't know. It just pisses me off that these people, and I get it. That's probably how they're making their money, is by idiots buying these fucking
But
things.
But you remember that? Well, I guess not. But there's this fucking guy that got infamous on YouTube because back when I was poor enough not to have YouTube Premium, this guy's ads would play everywhere. Where he's like, "I just bought this giant garage with all these bookcases, and I'll show." And I like you said, I can show you how.
Yeah.
I didn't do this by fucking investing, and then I just did by doing some simple, easy. Like every video was like, "Oh, I just got my new Lamborghini or whatever," and like this shit went for like 5 years until I think H3H3 did a whole video on him saying, "Oh yeah, you got this new house." Goes on Zillow. Oh look, it's on the market. It hasn't been sold for 5 years. So how did you get the house again? And then like, oh, the Lamborghini. Look at the license plate number. Oh, it's a rental.
Damn.
It's like the new age car wash business with the tele advertisements or whatever the fuck they're called. Oh, buy this fucking car wash business and you too become
a turnkey operation.
Yeah, or selling water filters or some bullshit. It's just the new version of that on Instagram, which is fucking lame.
Oh, speaking of which, I found a company that does a whole house filtration system for under $400.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Lead included.
Is that with or without the lead?
Which is funny. Lead actually does purify water. It's
then
gonna be filled
it
with
also-
lead now,
Yeah,
but
then it just becomes lead water. But fucking A.
well, it's funny too because they're talking about the. Because I was thinking about the Roman Empire.
Yeah, of course. As we all mostly do.
As anyone would think,
As
with,
anyone
with
would.
the Roman Empire.
Yeah, who's not thinking about the Roman Empire? That's
How
what I
many
want
times
to know.
do you think about the Roman Empire, Josh?
Fuck, all the time. I think about.
Caligula.
Oh yeah,
and
I think about
how
fucking,
much you love men.
how much I love men. I think about how much I wish I could just fight in some sort of old style fucking Greek Spartan warfare type
Oiled up.
situation, oiled up and shirtless, oiled up and wearing possibly a skirt made out of leather. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we rich?
Oh yeah. No, not yet. No, I'm checking our lottery tickets to see if we won. But I mean, we didn't win the jackpot. But hey, maybe we won like $1 to buy more lottery tickets. You never know.
But anyway,
Continue.
No, because they were talking about the fucking ingeniousness that is the Roman aqueducts,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, like they were breaking it down. That shit was like I could have never thought of that about that shit myself. But they were talking about the lead pipes because there were lead pipes that would transfer it,
Yeah.
and they knew that lead was bad for them, but they had at the time there was no other metal they could make it out of. So I forgot what they did, but like something to do with the way water flows, it wasn't picking up enough of the lead to be poisonous.
Uh-huh.
And in the sections where it would have to sit, it was actually the pipes were actually terracotta coated or some shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they knew it was bad for them even back then.
Damn, and they didn't have any advanced science like we do now.
They didn't have any kind of microscopes to check out their dicks.
True.
Man.
What was the other one too? Like they don't understand. Like we still have no idea how the fuck the Japanese figured out carbon steel. Like it should not have been possible for their level of civilization to figure out, hey, if we combine iron with charcoal, but the right, not just
Yeah, it has to be a specific,
amount of charcoal.
and it has to be at the right temperature too.
Yeah. And like to figure that out to make carbon steel. Because at the time, the only other civilization that figured it out was Europe.
Mhm.
And their longswords at the time were shittier ones.
Yeah.
But at their golden age, their swords were their carbon steel swords were fucking amazing. And then the Japanese, their first attempt, they made amazing swords.
Yeah.
Fucking delicate as fuck, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
And I even watched a whole documentary where the guy who was one of the last few guys that still carries on the same tradition of making carbon steel.
Yeah.
He doesn't, there's no sensors, no nothing. He just looks, he's there for 12 hours watching the fire. And he says just by looking at it, he knows, nope, not enough fire. Nope, too much heat. Take some coals out. Not enough heat. Add some more. They're like, just by looking at it, he knows the exact temperature. And then once they break open the thing, he just looks at the steel. The carbon is too high on this one. Can't be used for swords. Send it to the knife makers.
Damn.
Perfect amount of carbon. Send it to the sword makers. Like just by looking at it, and they tested them. No, this motherfucker's right.
Damn. So just by looking at that's a type of artisan craft that I don't think really exists nowadays anymore, really. Or
I have to think like, I think we might be the last generation that truly appreciates a master craftsman at work.
yeah.
Like, I don't think that's true now. Actually, because if you look at YouTube trends,
Uh-huh.
watching fucking like a woodworker take chunks of wood and just
Turn it into something.
turn it into something. It's just I could just watch that shit all day.
Yeah, me too. But do you think the Zoomers are doing that?
I think so because what's one of the most popular videos to watch at midnight?
I don't know.
The fucking indigenous people making those fucking houses and shit. Remember the guys that make a fucking pool and shit out of dirt and shit.
Wait, is that popular?
They were the most popular fucking channel for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so people were like, hey, wait a minute. Those are bulldozer tracks right there. I think they got too big and they couldn't keep it up with primitive technology.
Oh, so they had to like
Yeah.
insert modern technology
Yeah.
here, which I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, shit. I guess if you lie about it, though,
Yeah, that's the problem.
that's the problem. It becomes problematic. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, even if you look at, I guess too, like the sword thing. Yeah, that was obviously something that we used, to defend ourselves and all that stuff back in the days. So people would appreciate, hey, a guy who was a blacksmith that could actually make a decent sword, right? That was a good skill to have. Nowadays, it's like, well, everything's 3D. You can 3D print a gun in your fucking house if you wanted
They don't
to.
shoot one shot, but
Hey, but it works. I mean, that's you. If you got 100 of them, I mean,
The
shit.
weird thing I found out?
What?
it was illegal for a samurai to be left-handed.
Oh, really? Why is that?
You had to be right-handed
Why? That doesn't even make sense.
because you had to keep your blade on the left side.
Was that like the law?
Because if you keep it, so say you had it on the right-hand side and the other guy coming the other way had it on the left-hand side, your scabbards were gonna hit, and that was considered a form of dishonor, and it caused a lot of duels.
Oh,
And so it was, and they were killing people like left and right. So now they made the law so samurais had to carry on the left side, so there's no way they're
they could clink when
yeah.
passing by each other.
Mhm.
Damn, that's pretty interesting.
Wait,
Yeah.
did Mugen in Samurai Champloo have it on the right or the left? Because he was unorthodox.
Hit on his back,
Yeah, he did have it on his back, I think.
Oh,
which
which would probably be even more disrespectful.
well, that's the whole thing. His shit was because his whole story is that he's self-taught. So his shit is dirty, unorthodox shit.
Where's those fucking weird sandals with those fucking high heels on them or whatever? Like,
Well, they all did that shit.
I know, but it's just so weird, man.
His just had the metal plate on it so he could catch swords.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the other fucker's name? The other samurai?
Gene?
Gene, yeah.
Gene,
that
yeah.
fool was like, proper.
Right, yeah.
Proper, yeah.
Yeah, he was properly trained and shit. And then the stupid bitch.
Yeah, what was her name?
Don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Was her name Sakura?
Fu?
First name was
Fu
like
or
Fu
Fu or something? Yeah. Well, Sakura was the useless one from Naruto.
Naruto.
Naruto. But yeah, no, that was a good anime. I had Samurai Champloo.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit, the cat's coming to get you.
All right.
Anyways, what else you got? You got anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Well, I got a little bit fascinated with the Instagram profile since you were on the subject of
Okay.
talking about.
Oh, yeah. That reminded me of something I want to talk about too. Wait, go ahead.
All
All right. Yeah, there was this Instagram profile that's directed at leaking celebrity secrets or
Oh, okay.
yeah. So this account is called Domois.
Doimu or Doimwa? I don't know
Yeah,
how
to
say
me,
it.
to
Yeah.
yeah, it's the number 2 with
Yeah.
yeah. And I was just curious because they have interesting little tidbits about celebrities, and sometimes they don't even disclose the identity of the person. They just allude to what the person is by descriptors or
Yeah.
things like that. So then, I was under the impression that they didn't know who these people were, if there's multiple people, but I was like, I'm gonna find out who the fuck these people are,
Yeah.
or try to. And I'm not gonna say the methods in which I did it, because I don't want to. But the first attempt,
The fucker. Even through my fucking sweater. Ah.
Well, you're going too hard. You got to go soft.
I'm not doing shit. She's doing everything. Ah.
she's got the horny.
That's the worst part of her fucking kicks.
Well,
she's got the horny. I think that's the
then
problem.
pull your hand away and don't let her fuck with you.
I can't because she pulls harder.
Hey, can't you just pull away? Callie. Hey.
She's not like a dog. What do you? What is
She
that
listens.
going to do?
It works. Hey. Hey.
You're just making it go harder.
I know. That's why I'm doing it. Anyways.
Yeah. So, my first attempt,
Yeah.
and I think it was because the information was there's some service that you can get from certain
Websites.
domain
Yeah,
hosting that it prohibits people from finding out what their location is. But I used something else that allowed me to geolocate
Yeah.
where this person was, which was fucking cool because by the end of it, it led me to New York.
Yeah.
And
As most filth does.
huh?
That's where you find the most filth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where all the
literally.
smut comes
Literally.
from.
Their sidewalks are filled with garbage.
That's true. Yeah, so it was kind of nice to
There are sections of rats that literally own buildings.
yes,
That makes sense.
Master Splinter.
What did you hear about that fucking
The ooze.
the mayor of New York made a position called like the New York Rat Hunter or whatever to get rid of rats, and the starting salary is $100,000 a year.
That's awesome, man.
What if he makes a pact with the rats and he's like he becomes the rat
What's his
leader?
name?
He gives the
supreme?
Rat King.
What's his name from DC? Ratmaster, or something? Rat Catcher.
I don't remember.
She was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Rat Catcher, something like that.
Yeah.
But I ended up just looking to see if they had confirmed the
Who it
identities.
was?
Yeah, and they allegedly are 2 New York people that are involved with fashion, and also one of them I think is like a New York socialite.
Yeah. That man. I hate that fucking. Anybody who is identified as a socialite, I immediately hate them no matter what. I hate that. You're a what? A socialite? So your claim to fame is that you go to parties and do fucking shit and you interact with, but get the fuck out of here.
But somebody like what's his name? Truman Capote was a socialite. He basically didn't do anything besides being gossip and wrote that one book that was about murder. What was that book
I was
called?
about to say, you're talking about a guy who who got famous for a bunch of books that nobody talks about.
What's that book called? He's famous.
Honestly, if anyone from nowadays, the only reason they're going to recognize Truman Capote is because of that Family Guy joke.
What was it?
You know what a socialite, like the word socialite reminds me of the Great Gatsby for some reason. Like those people, like that's literally what they are. Like that's what I see, and I hate that.
In Cold Blood. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. And then also Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Which turned into the
Movie,
Audrey
yeah.
Hepburn.
A pretty shitty movie.
Hey man, people love that fucking movie, dude.
So people
People love a lot of shitty things, I know, but I'm just saying there's like a huge, like people love that fucking movie. It's all right.
Again, the only reason I like Breakfast at Tiffany's is that funny Simpsons joke.
So you like the movie because of a joke that someone else
The only
made?
reason I have a positive interaction with that movie is because of the Simpsons having that one funny joke.
Oh, okay.
Tiffany and Co. Since we're on the subject, I barely realized this, but because on Instagram, you know those Instagram profiles that mix colors, like that's the whole thing. Is that they'll take two different paints and then combine colors.
Okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
So there was one with two different colors, and it turned out to be Tiffany. And I was thinking, shit. So then I realized that Tiffany, the company, is a color. Like the it's not just a name; it's a color as well, and that's why they have the aqua or tealish.
Yeah,
color.
That was the color of my wedding, Tiffany blue. Tiffany blue is the.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. I thought, I'm like, how did I not put that together? That it was a color too. I mean, I don't even know if people know that. Like,
honestly, I didn't realize that until I didn't put that together until you just said that. I didn't realize that they're.
I just thought it was a random name, and the color associated with was just fucking random. It turns out that the color is the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Like what came first, the fruit or the color?
Orange, yeah, the fruit or the color.
Apparently, no. It's you. What was it? That the orange fruit was named after the color.
Orange fruit was named.
Wait, was it the other way around? Fuck.
Anyways, it was just a fun little venture to go on this this little hunt to have my suspicions confirmed that at the very least I couldn't get any other information that I tried to search for online, but at the very least I was in the right location of where these people were at.
Yeah. I will say this too. So personally, this is my personal opinion regarding this situation, because you had sent me something about this, and then I got involved and was like, "Oh no, we're gonna find these motherfuckers."
Yeah.
And so once you got an address, I put it into Google Maps, right?
Yeah.
And then I did the street view. And once you told me, "Oh, this is like who they are or whatever," I'm telling you, their faces are blurred out because that's what Google Maps does. I'm telling you, man, I swear to God, it's got to be the two of them sitting in front of that building.
Yeah.
It's got to be, dude.
I don't know.
Which is the most crazy fucking thing that you could. And then also finding out what those apartments go for in that fucking building, man.
Oh, yeah. Like
$2 million.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this looks like a third world country from the outside. And this apartment's $2 million.
It was pre World War One, I think.
Yeah.
Look, there's this plumber I follow on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
He's a plumber in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so many of those fucking buildings are still heated by steam.
That's fucking crazy. Boiler guys and everything, right?
No, broilers are for fucking hot water.
Boilers and turlets and boilers.
Oh no, dude, if you fucking get certified for a boiler, you're fucking set for life.
Damn. So there's steam heated buildings.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And because he was doing a video on these pipes.
Uh-huh.
And basically you have to because steam, it's high heat and then cold, whatever. Something about contracting, so that pressure has to go somewhere. So this is extraction valves.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like with water heaters, they have extraction tanks.
Yeah.
So he was doing the whole replacement for that, and like, it's just watching this guy's videos. Like some of the shit that he has to do, like I couldn't even fucking imagine have to do in here in California. Like to do any kind of repair on a pipe,
Yeah.
they have to shut down the water for the whole building.
Fuck.
And like we have something similar where we have to if we can't turn off the water to an apartment, we have to shut off the water to a building. But we're talking about like this was in Lake Elsinore. We're talking about maybe 5 or 6 units in this one building.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one where I'm at right now
here, there's what, like
in the smallest building in my property.
Yeah.
Which is 5, which would be about 15, 20. So yeah, that would be a big problem. But there's no way that would ever happen because one of our buildings is one of the newer style buildings.
Yeah.
Because, it was recently built.
Mm-hmm.
So each apartment has its individual shut off. As opposed to most of the older buildings, there is no shut off. Like in Lake Elsinore, each apartment does not have a shut off.
You got to shut the whole building down.
No, what we do is we shut off water at the water heater.
Oh,
because the water goes to the water heater before it goes to the rest of the building. So if we shut off water from the water heater, it shuts off it from the unit. But if we can't do it like that because sometimes the valve's broken or something and we can't close it, we have to shut off water to the entire building.
Yeah,
that's only happened to me once while I was in Elsinore for 6 months.
Uh-huh.
So for him to have to do that for literally, so that means if 2 units have a bad pipe, you have to shut it down the water twice.
Damn.
So like say one, and then say what happens the day after the other one gets fixed.
Oh man, then you got to do it again
because that's possible. Because say this building had a cracked pipe, so we have to this unit had it, so we have to shut off water to the building. We fixed it. Cool. Let's turn the water back on. Oh, because the water massive pressure flowed in. Another pipe that was weakened already just burst.
Oh fuck!
That's happened to us here before.
Yeah.
And our pipes are PVC, but theirs are like, fuck. When he was working on that steam pipe, everything was fucking just coated in rust and fucking corrosion. So I'm like, fuck, I couldn't even imagine dealing with that shit here.
Oh, that would have to suck. Yeah. Anyways, you wait, what were we talking about? The
people you were hunting down.
The hunting. So is this going to be a thing that you're going to continue to do in the future? Do you think?
I don't know, man. It is kind of fun to narc on people. I mean,
people that are trying to remain anonymous online. And then,
I thought it'd be like a fun thing, and I don't know if it's
going to become the next Lizard Squad.
The next what?
Lizard Squad.
What the hell's that?
You don't remember them? They're like them. I think it was Pink Cloud, Shark Bait, shit like that. There were all those guys that were those hacking groups. That was like hacking YouTubers saying, "Hey, we hacked your shit. Promote us, or we're gonna fucking we're never gonna give you your account back."
Oh shit!
So like that's why you saw a bunch of people saying, "Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Lizard Squad for showing the insecurities in my system."
Damn. Fucking protection money.
I am curious though, because I mean, there's probably multiple people associated with that account as it seems to be.
Oh yeah, it seems like the rabbit hole's pretty deep on that one.
Yeah, and what I could say I appreciate about this particular thing this person's doing about leaking information, and it's not like harmful stuff. It's mostly like, oh, this person was sided with this person.
Yeah.
The celebrity was sided with this celebrity or something, and I don't know. It's just like fun stuff that people get entrenched in with pop culture and shit. And I think what I appreciate as far as the genius goes is this account eventually transitioned to, and it's like the same fucking thing with what you're talking about with the Instagram ads for this is how you drop ship bullshit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The podcast is essentially the same thing, that this is your one and only stop for anything gossip related for pop culture with celebrities and shit.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not as though you can't look that shit up yourself on Reddit or Twitter or anything like that.
Yeah.
But this person swears that this
they're the only one.
They're the only one, which is genius because people are already convinced that this person is the end all be all for
gossip.
Yeah. And then they wrote a book. So I'm just kind of amazed that they leveraged this whole account to get people to listen to their podcast and to also create a book that people bought into because they want to know the story of how this person gets information and shit. So,
and to make enough money to where they could either buy or rent a $2 million apartment. So, that's a fuck. The rent on that has got to be $10,000 a month at least.
Yeah.
So that's fucking crazy. What were you going to say about Instagram? Did you say you had something?
Oh yeah. So I decided, because of people that I know
Uh-huh.
who would spend ridiculous amounts of money on a certain website.
You looking at me?
Prawn?
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Prawn. Yes, you can call it prawn.
Is it prawn or is
Yes,
it?
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Or is it like?
OnlyFans.
Is
No,
it?
he's talking about OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, okay, I think you say like
Damn you.
Yeah.
On a certain Chinese knockoff website. Hey, those Legos are fire, though. Let me tell you that. Anyways, well, go ahead.
Because this person I know dropped an enormous amount of money.
What would you say enormous is like?
I don't even want to say.
Okay,
All right, fair enough.
Shut up.
Shut up, you guys. All right, go
So I
ahead.
was like, I don't get it, dude. Like I was like, I don't get it. Porn is free.
It
Right,
is.
it is.
So I said, fuck it. I put aside a little bit of money and I just said, fuck it. I downloaded this app that lets you like that does a whole random thing. So I picked 5 fucking persons on OnlyFans.
Holy shit, he's doing his own research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did the whole thing. It like
Yeah.
it picks up random streamers or whatever you want to fucking call them.
Random chicks.
horse.
I have to pee. I have to fucking pee.
Oh
ahead.
man. Oh man.
Wait, can you pause this?
All right, yeah, we'll pause. Here, I'll pause it. All right. Go ahead, Frank. Continue on.
So anyway, I put some money aside.
Yeah.
$35.
Okay, so you were gonna spend $35.
What did that get you?
That was my max. I said that was the max I was gonna do.
What did that get you for how many accounts?
Well, let me get to that.
okay.
Okay, all right.
So first I was like, before I even did the whole thing, they're going, is there anybody like I know of that I would like to follow? And I remember this one cosplayer that started doing that shit. So I said, fuck it. So I went to her. The bitch is asking for $35 a month.
What do you get?
Just fucking lewd photos of her.
Like naked photos or just like
Wait, did he say lewd or
lewd?
nude?
He said lewd. So wait, is that naked photos or is that
It looks like it is.
like titties? Do you get to see?
everything.
Okay,
But she doesn't do any she doesn't get fucked or anything like that.
it's just like her.
Yeah.
naked. It's like Playboy.
Yeah. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
For $35?
Yeah.
Shit, a month?
And is it new stuff or is it just?
That's new stuff, I guess. I don't know. I can't look
Oh,
at
you
her
didn't.
shit.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Okay.
Okay,
So you
alright.
said automatically you were like get fucked.
Yeah. And I know of another fucking cosplayer that does it.
Yeah.
But she does for free.
Okay.
She doesn't post any news or anything.
Okay.
She's the pure definition of lewd.
Yeah.
But that's how she has a fucking VIP one where you have to pay like $28 a month for.
Mm.
And again, this cosplayer is known for not doing nudes. So I'm like, why would I pay $28 for something like that?
Could I posit a hypothesis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys like the outfits.
You think it's the cosplay outfits?
It's because sometimes I think part of it is like the guys want to see
They're
scantily clad women as opposed to direct nudity. Because it's like
Yeah,
Look-
but not for $28 a month.
yeah, man. That's
for a naked body, you're just like, fuck. That is just so in your face. But with like the the laces and all that shit, maybe it's like there's a little bit of promiscuity there. It's not. It's somewhat left to your imagination. It scintillates your mind.
All right.
But anyways, go ahead.
anyway. Yeah.
So anyway, that's when I said, you know what? Fuck it. I found some kind of website that does a whole randomizer thing that lets you pick somebody within a certain amount, whatever. And I did for doing through that. I got maybe 8 accounts for
Okay.
a month out of $30.
Okay.
Some of them were because they were doing for the first, if you subscribe to them for the first time, it's like $5 for a month, $3. I think the most expensive was $12
Okay.
through this thing.
Yeah.
And I instantly realized how they fucking did this shit. It's not their fucking photos or their fucking videos or any of that shit. They straight up message you.
Oh shit.
Like the whole point is that you can start talking to them. And this shit they send you, dude, is fucking like, oh hey baby, how you doing today? Like, and like they respond to your messages, at least if it is them. And fucking like they do like, hey, so I was feeling kind of steamy today. I was wondering, do you like missionary or doggy style and like shit like that? And then they send you a video. Whatever you answer, they'll send you a video of them doing that position and sell that. What was that?
Oh no, go ahead.
And they'll sell you a video of them doing that. So I was saying like, oh, that's just how they fucking get weak-willed men. And like literally the second that hit my account said, just to show you how fucking abnormal as this for me. I said the first lady I sent it for was like for $12. My bank denied it because it's suspicious activity because I never spent my money on that shit.
So I know they have moderating jobs on
Well,
OnlyFans.
a lot of these fucking like girls, like they if you click the thing where they show description, they'll say, "Oh, and I run my OnlyFans myself 100%."
That's horseshit.
Yeah.
That's horseshit.
So then what does that mean? They have some like a proxy is like
Yeah,
talking to you or whatever?
100%.
So do you think that to even get deeper into the scam, do you think that they like guys who are their biggest, fans, do you think they say, hey, like you've been spending a lot of money, but how about I'll give you like free months or whatever, but then you talk to these people for me? Or maybe they even pay them a little bit.
Yeah, they probably give them like maybe 15 or 20%, right? To do
I don't know, dude. Ever since fucking Discord came out, there's professional moderators. People have learned how to fucking do that shit professionally and get paid for it. Just like YouTubers look for a editor, they also look for moderators.
For like their comment section.
Yeah. Especially people on Twitch.
Yeah, I hear that a lot about, well, it's always on the funny ones where they're saying, oh, okay, it's like this guy who's fat, and then somebody makes a fat joke about him because they're like, hey, what do you like, Twinkies or whatever? And then he says like, he answers it, and then they go, yeah, I thought so, you fat fuck. And then he goes like, that's it, mods, get him out of here. But that's a basic one. But the people get crazy with it, and they'll say the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy doesn't even get it at first at all. Like somebody said, like the one dude looked like Porco Rosso, and he's like, "What the fuck's a Porco Rosso?" And then so he Googles it, and he's like, "That's it, mods, get him the fuck out of here!" Like, it's fucking hilarious. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you subscribed and you basically got hit up.
Like, no, but essentially, this is the first time that my fucking money went from my account to whatever.
Yeah,
I hated it, dude. I fucking hated it, and like I just didn't get it. But until those messages started, I can figure out how they get people to keep.
yeah, keep coming back. Yeah,
All right. Okay, so on the profile page, does it say how many people subscribe? Okay, that's
But
smart,
yeah, there's a website you can go to that tells you not only how many viewers they have, how many times this video has been purchased, they even say how much the person makes.
All right, because wouldn't that defeat the illusion?
yeah, I think it would.
There's one girl I saw. I forgot her name, and even if I did, I probably shouldn't say it.
Mhm.
I looked on that website to see what she does about how her thing. Her average was $12,000 a month.
A month, dude.
There was this one bitch. She's talking about, oh, people like to call me a whore, whatever, but I make $100,000 a month, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh, there was this one Instagram picture, or not Instagram. It was a post of this chick, and she was saying something, and then the guy was like,
OnlyFans isn't real work. Then how do I buy this house?
well, no, it's not even that. The guy was filming her, and he said, so what did you do? And she's like, oh, so I opened up an OnlyFans last month. And then he's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, how much did you make? And she's like, just sitting on her phone. And she's like, oh, let me see. She's like, in 30 days, I made just a little over $1 million. And then she's like, and then last night to celebrate, I went and I gambled about 50 grand of it, and I won another $200,000 gambling it. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, are you kidding me? Like that just fucking off of simps, off of sad dudes that are getting taken advantage of, man.
Dude,
like,
well, regardless of how you feel,
sure, they cracked the code.
They figured it out,
They
right?
figured it out.
Yeah.
They used their body, their assets. Well, that's not a double entendre or whatever, but you used whatever assets you have to make money.
Yeah.
I get it. You figured it out. You broke the code.
Before we continue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Sorry, this thing just came up in my head. I've been wanting to tell you guys ever since I heard it. It's a joke.
Mhm.
But I heard it on this, I guess it's from an old movie.
Uh-huh.
It was all these factory workers. So he told, oh, they were all sharing jokes, and this one's fucking hilarious. I want to share it. Well, I thought it was hilarious.
Uh-huh.
So this guy was talking about how there's this Indian tribe,
Uh-huh.
and the way it works is that the chief names all the children.
Okay.
And this one brave comes up to the chief and asks him, how do you come up with the names for all of us? And he goes, well, depends on what I see. Like one time a child was born, and when the child was born, I saw an eagle flying by. So I named them Eagle Fly By. Eagle flies by.
Uh-huh.
I saw whatever, deer prancing. For this person, because I saw deer prancing when they were walking by.
Yeah.
I saw a fish, and I saw trout down fish, whatever.
Yeah.
Goes, so saying that's how I come up with all my names. Why do you ask? Two dogs fucking.
That's a pretty good one. Two dogs fucking. Classic. Anyways,
Back to the whole thing.
yeah. So, yeah, go ahead.
But I remember there was this thing what I thought was hilarious a while back.
Uh-huh.
Before OnlyFans was huge.
Yeah.
Chicks were selling this shit through like Twitter and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were making a lot of fucking money. So, but they were starting to, you know, girls get like that when they were starting making a shit ton of money. They started getting uppity and shit.
Yeah.
And so I remember like one of the common things that people would do to get back at them is when they started getting uppity with their fans and shit, that they would report them to the IRS.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That these chicks will get all uppity and then they fucking like there's videos of them crying when they get the bill, and fucking like losing their minds.
Here's the thing I just found out. According to this lawyer I saw on
Yeah.
TikTok saying that, remember, it's illegal not to file your taxes.
Correct.
But it's not illegal not to pay them.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. You're legally required to file, but I mean they can come after you for the money later.
This isn't legal advice.
Oh man, speaking of fucking the IRS, geez, well when we're done, remind me. I'll fucking talk about that because that's another fucking issue altogether. But
Yeah, so experiment. Never gonna do it again.
Never gonna do it again.
I don't get it, but I understand how they can trap people.
Lesson learned. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Once I found out how much money this fool was spending, and then I saw a video of this one dude bragging about how he gave a girl $100,000 tip just to say his name and shit.
Oh, dude, I saw one. So there was a photo. I don't know what the Instagram or rather the Twitter account was, but I think it was like poking fun at people that are the top donors for OnlyFans accounts.
Uh-huh.
So this person went out to meet the person they were subscribed to.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't even do anything as far as, you know, giving a hug or because I think they donated $100,000 and then they got to meet them and the person that they were subscribed to in person. And they didn't even nothing, hands on nothing.
Man, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you legally can't do anything more than that. Otherwise, it'd be considered prostitution.
No, I'm not saying that, but like if you go out to an event to specifically meet somebody who you've over your time of being their fan have paid them $100,000. Like, for example, if someone came to the Game Rage magazine convention, right, and they had been paying us on Patreon $100,000,
100%.
I'd probably suck that dude's dick. Okay, like, no, I'm just being honest. All right, you know, I'd probably fucking do that at minimally.
You heard it, people. $100,000. That's Josh's line.
That's the number. That's the number, baby. That's the number. Cash only. You got it, buddy. So, I mean, shit. I mean, I would at least give the guy a hug. I mean, Christ, shake the fucking hand, touch them. I'm not saying you got to fuck them or anything, but you could at least give them a hug.
And a shirt or
you could give them a fucking, I don't know. Shit, you could have them on your fucking podcast or something at least. Jesus Christ, you don't got to fuck. You gave them, hey, a weird wave and said thanks for donating and then turn around and walk away. Like, that's fucking terrible.
There was one other situation. This is one of the saddest things ever, dude, is that this guy didn't even have enough dignity to read the situation.
Yeah.
So there was a Twitch streamer, and this guy was like a mod, and he donated money to this Twitch streamer, and obviously she was female, and this guy was a male.
Yeah.
So he actually got to go to her fucking house.
Fuck.
And I don't know what the arrangement was, like why this girl was gonna let him kiss her. But as soon as the girl went for the kiss, she immediately pulled back. And if I was that fucking dude, I mean, fuck, I would have fucking left. But she still went for it. And she was like polling. I'm like, God damn. That was in front of, I don't know, fucking like 20,000 people or who the fuck knows.
And it's on the internet, so it's in front of everybody.
Yeah, so that's not going to go away anytime soon.
Did you ever see the fucking video I saw of, I 100% think it's fake. Or it was scripted. Fucking that one video of Mila Kunis.
Uh-huh.
Not Mila Kunis. I can't remember her name now.
Fuck, I don't know. Who you talking
porn
about?
Star.
Oh, Mia Khalifa?
Yeah. Her.
Okay.
Where she took the virginity of some guy.
It's like a porn video?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Fucking, it's awkward as fuck.
On her end or his end?
His end.
Why? What happens?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Well, how do you know it's awkward?
because I saw clips of it.
Oh, and like him just being weird afterwards.
Like apparently she had him try out first on a fucking blow up doll.
Did she film that and put it on the thing too?
I'm assuming so.
God, that is so
not
fucking
worth it.
bad,
Not worth it.
dude.
It's not worth the
Come on.
humiliation, man.
Come on, guys. There's got to be a better way. Like, I'm.
Stay the course.
This is why
Stay the course.
you should just fucking focus on yourself,
Yeah.
get money, and don't give a fuck about these bitches, man.
Like Vegeta says in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Yeah.
First I get the Dragon Balls, then I get immortality, then I get the bitches.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly. Don't think you can speed run getting the bitches to the end. All right. You got to do the work first on your own self, and you got to have your own house in order. And you can't have your own house in order if you're spending several $1,000s a month on people on OnlyFans. All right. It's not, those two things are directly opposite of each other. So
I hated every cent I spent on that fucking website.
I mean, well, listen, you had to do it as an experiment. You had to find out.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
And you
because I
still
wanted
hate it. And you still hated it. You were doing this for science.
I mean, shoot. It is pretty vital information at this point.
I mean, it really is.
To be shared.
And
I mean,
see, okay, so this is where the dilemma comes in for me, right? Because I know that's how we speed run this fucking thing, is to get somebody who's an OnlyFans or who's got something to like wear our shit or to promote it through that stuff and say, oh man, I love these guys. And if you want to do stuff like me or be with me, you should fucking like them too. That's how I know that's how we speed run it, right? But then I also, at the same time, what? This is now.
It's now.
Oh, it's now.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can hear it. Also, at the same time, I would just be like taking advantage of those dudes, right? So I in good conscience,
I couldn't do that.
I don't think I can do that, which is why I don't want to do that. Because it's like, I know it's the easy way.
Hey, that's my dick.
I was going to ask you, I'm like, dude, are you not
That cat
concerned at all that
He's gonna
she
get your
was
dick. Yeah, she was
literally
right
next
for
to
it.
your junk?
And then just,
Right. Just like South Park Tommy, I always wear a condom for protection. I just imagine that scene where Carmen's like,
he's peeing in it, or no,
No,
Butters.
he's
Who's is
trying
it?
to
Butters peeing in
replace
it?
it.
Yeah, he's trying to replace. Butters is the one that peed in it, right? And he's like,
it was Carmen. He was like, when you try and change it, he's like, Kobe. And like it doesn't even hit the trash can, just pulls up right next to it.
yeah, man, it's really great when you have to pee. You don't even need to go anywhere. You just pee right in the condom, and then you just replace it.
Which is honestly would be a fucking.
That would be a sweet fucking, you just have a rubber dick or a rubber thing attached to your dick. You just peeing all day. Man,
Well, you know,
that'd be
I
awesome.
found out that they, if you're a fighter pilot or whatever, or fighter pilot because they're the ones that are in those that don't have bathrooms.
Yeah.
They literally measure your genitalia to give you a specialized cup to have to pee
Oh,
in.
so you can piss in it?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
That'd be great.
And then it recycles it and gives you fresh, clean water.
You joke, but I've seen a lot of mecha animes where that's a thing.
It'd be great for people that want to make speedy times on road trips.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No stopping
That's
to
like
pee.
the last thing you want to do is just stop.
No, you
before
know the last thing one thing is give road rage another weapon.
road wage.
Now you have weaponized piss. Oh,
Yeah.
man. But anyways, well, do you guys have anything else,
I think I'm good.
Frank?
I'm good.
Okay, before we go, I just want to say, you remember several episodes back when I was talking about the whole thing with the car issue and then getting money or whatever, right?
Sure.
So, okay, so I got the money. Well, remember how I was told,
Now he's driving around in a Lambo.
yeah, that I rented. You can find out how I got this if you buy my plan. Do you remember how I told you that I was told, oh, we've never in the history of doing this seen anybody get a 1099 from Ford, right? For the money.
Did you rate them 1 stars on Yelp?
I don't even think I'm legally allowed to do that. But anyways, so guess what I got in the mail the other day? Fucking 1099 from Ford, right? For the amount. So I go onto the old fucking TurboTax and plug it in. Just take a guess as to how much money I owe the IRS as of right now.
I don't know.
$12 million.
Oh no, it's not that high.
20 grand.
I wish it was only 20 grand. $28,000 is the tax bill, the tax liability for this. So now, because TurboTax doesn't allow you to like make, to claim deductions on it like that. So now I have to hire a CPA I had to pay him like
You have to hire a
$500.
CPA to do CPR on you.
Yeah, to do my taxes so that I will probably only owe $8,000. I don't know, less. I'll owe a little bit less. So just a warning again to anyone out there, if you
Don't ever trust a lawyer.
obviously never trust a lawyer, and also
The two people you should never trust.
never trust the government either. That's
Never trust the government. Never trust lawyers, and do not trust cops.
Can you imagine
Definitely.
a world without lawyers?
Oh yeah, the whole thing. And everyone's holding hands.
Yeah.
Holding peace. Like, rest in peace, Lionel Hutz actor.
yeah,
Phil
Yeah.
Hartman.
serious, man.
Was
But
it? Who was it?
Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman, man?
The fucking goat. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from Christmas 8. And Christmas 8 goes to summer camp. Anyways, go ahead.
No, was it that whole musical they did for Planet of the Apes?
Oh,
yeah.
Dr. Science, Dr. Science. Oh, Dr. Science, Dr. Science, Dr. Science.
I hate every chimpanzee to chimpanzee.
Can I still play the piano? Of course you can. Really? I couldn't before. Fuck, back when the Simpsons were good.
Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, so hopefully my deductions and whatnot that I can claim will lower that quite a bit. So
You're gonna kill yourself,
we'll see.
cat.
We'll see. But anyways, I could not believe that. I just almost shit myself when I saw that. I was like, wow, I didn't think TurboTax numbers went that high with how much you could owe the government. I thought I was going to put it in and they were going to say, hey, you need to upgrade to the higher version because we can't legally tell you the number unless you pay us more money. Like, that's what I thought it was going to tell me. But then when it popped up, I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, Jesus Christ. That's 2/3 of what I actually received in that's 2/3 of what I received in total.
Good times.
Fucking crazy.
Good times.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
It doesn't feel good. It feels terrible.
Feels terrible, man.
It feels like I want to be Wesley Snipes and just commit tax fraud. Like that's what it feels like.
It's like I want to get into an intimate relationship with a shotgun.
Hey,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. I want to deep throat a shotgun right now. That's pretty much what I
I
want
want
to
to
do.
play the Hemingway flute.
Oh yeah, or the Cobain fucking trombone.
All right, that's it.
That might be the clip right there.
Well, you ever
That's it. No, that got it right there.
Oh, God damn.
What? You got another better one?
The other name for was it when Bruce Doo? It was talking about how you got that sniper rifle airsoft gun,
Uh-huh.
and every time you referred to it, he called it his Kennedy killer.
Kennedy killer. All right, that's it. We're ending it there. No more. Anyways,
yeah.
Thanks for listening. You guys are the best, especially those of you in Belgium. And, continue listening. Game Rage Magazine, all that good stuff.
$100,000 is the number. Just remember.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Especially, add another 20 now because of taxes.
Oh, yeah. Look, well, no, hold on a second. Let's just clarify it real quick. $100,000 cash that's not reported to the
no,
government.
you need the extra 20 to make up for this tax thing.
Unless it's a Swiss bank account.
That's true. You're right. You know what? Let's make the number 150. Just make it a nice even 150. That covers all the taxes, both my personal ones and the ones we'll have to pay on that.
Yeah.
150, that's the number. I will suck
great.
your dick to completion for $150,000. All right.
Manchester.
Frank, if you had the money, I'd do it. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
That's actually pretty cool.
This has been the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter /X at Game Rage Mag. Also visit our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com, for a host of other podcasts and more. Thanks for listening.